Hi, my name is Peter Geyer for Sugarbush Snowmaking, and I am the supervisor of the snowmaking department here. I'm going to give you a little tour of the snowmaking department, what we do, how we put the snow up on the mountain, and I guess we could start by compressed air, and water is the first part of snowmaking, which is one part of it. What we have over here is this is how we get our air up to the mountain. This is a Syntac air compressor. It's 6,000 CFM and just over 1,000 horsepower. We send the air out of the machine, up and through these pipes, and through cooling towers, which are outside, you can't see. And the air is cooled, and then it's sent up the mountain into the airlines where it mixes with the water. And I can show you how we send the water up through the mountain.
What pressure is the air?
We run about 140 is the max and under. Yeah, we'll bring it up to like 145, and that's probably the most we would run up on the mountain. So air is going up the mountain. Now we're going to add water to the air mixture. And these are our pumps. There's 5 pumps. That water's drawn from the Mad River Pond, we call it, and that's 23 million gallons of water that we pump up into here, CB1, and it's run through these pumps, and it's pumped through this pipe and out of the building and straight up the mountain. Basically, we run about under 2,000 PSI going up the mountain out of this building of water, and then it mixes up on the mountain. You have an air hydrant and you have a water hydrant, and the hoses that we use are similar to a fire hose. There's a female connection and a male connection, and water's pumped through one hose and air is pumped through the other hose into a snow gun, and basically the water collides with the highly compressed air, and it shot out of the gun and basically crystallizes. And it takes a little while for the snow to drop down to the ground. As it's dropping down, it's freezing, and that's where you're getting your ice crystal.
And so the water is going at 2,000 pounds per square inch?
It's just under 2,000 PSI, yeah.
That's pretty high pressure.
Yeah, we're running usually 1150 out of here as a standard pressure. It varies for different conditions, yes.
Are all those water pumps running at the same time when you're making snow?
No, it depends. You can't say that there's always a single pump running at the same time. It depends on how much snow we're making, how many guns are running, basically, and the temperatures outside. The colder the temperature, the more water we add, less air. The warmer the temperatures, we have more air and less water. So there's so many variables. The equipment that a snowmaker uses, not just snowmakers, but a lot of people out on the mountain working in conjunction with snowmaking. The equipment that they use, first part is warm boots. We have these boots. They're hard shell boots. As you can see, you can't bend them. They can accept crampons, so if it gets in some sketchy conditions where it's slippery. These are good probably to 30 below zero. The liners do come out, and they're really warm. On a day like today, 10 degrees below zero, your feet are pretty toasty. That's the first part of traction, walking around the mountain, especially for stability for your ankles, so you don't twist your ankles. The other part is safety for your head. There's a helmet and a miner's lamp, and this is the battery pack here. They're 6-volt systems. They're very, very bright lights. They use this mainly at night. The lights do come off fairly easy, so during the day, our snowmakers can walk around without a light on their head. So if you see lights up on the mountain at night, pretty bright lights, it's usually the snowmakers that you see walking around. Looks like a bright flashlight. The gloves that we use, they're waterproof rubber on the outside, and the liners do come out in case they which get wet. They can dry them out, and there is a non-slip coating on these, so they can grab the hydrants or hoses so they can move stuff around or on the snowmobiles. The other part is the outer shell, which is the jacket. As you can see, there's a stripe that is pretty reflective for at night when they're on the mountain, or during the day too, for safety. It is a Gore-Tex material, waterproof, and the same with the pants, same type of pants that they use. Usually you dress in layers, so you can, there's warming huts throughout the mountain that they can take their clothes off and dry them. There's dryers throughout the mountain too that we can dry clothes if they do get wet.
Most of the snowmakers work at night?
We have shifts that run 24/7 when the weather allows. But right now we are making snow just from 11 at night until 7 in the morning, and then the other shift comes in from 3 in the afternoon until 11 at night.
How many people does that involve?
At the high point of snowmaking, when we're running 3 shifts. It starts from 7 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon, and then from 3 to 11 is another shift, and then from 11 to 7 in the morning, and that would probably be around 60 people. So when we're making snow, there's a lot of people around the mountain. Yeah. On the compressors, we could pump up 1,800 tires in 1 minute. If you had a car tire, you could pump up 1,800 tires in 1 minute. And for a swimming pool, 4 foot high, 24 inches in diameter, it's about 1,400 gallons. It'll take us, for the water, yeah, for the water, it would take about 3 minutes to fill that up, a swimming pool.
That's one of those pumps?
One of those pumps, yes,
wow.
Correct. This is our control room in CB1 at Lincoln Peak. Everything is run from here, both Lincoln Peak and Mount Ellen. These are the screens. This is Lincoln Peak. These are the pumps you're seeing, water pumps. This is the pond down on the Mad River. Okay, and there's 3 pumps in there. And this is the access road coming up, if you would say, the access road. These pumps here are in this building, CB1. And this here, Heaven's Gate booster pump, is at the bottom of Heaven's Gate lift. It's in the warming hut. So basically we can control all the pumps by remote from here, turning on pumps, turning off pumps when water's needed or not needed. It gives you the gallons per minute flowing, the pressure in the pipe, and this is the pressure going up the mountain from CB1. The other options we have in here that you can see is the air pressure on the mountain. Right now we're not making snow, but there's 65 psi of air on the mountain. And it gives you the air temperature that would be going up the mountain. So see, he's turned on a pump right now. And it gives you the percent of what the pump's running and how many amps it's drawing. And to a control room operator looking at the amps and the percent it's running, those are key factors.
It basically tells you how hard it's working.
That's correct. Yep. It's like a heart rate monitor. Over here we have Mount Ellen, and this shows the little pond that we have at Mount Ellen at the base. And this is our Van Loon, which is across from the little elementary school on German Flats. And inside CB2, which is at Mount Ellen, if you look from the lodge, look uphill, you'll see there's a little building next to GMVS, and that's where these pumps are located. And they move water up the mountain at Mount Ellen. And it gives you the air pressure, same thing, on the mountain, which is our air feeding, mixing with the water. Over here, we have temperatures on the mountain. This is live temperatures. Like in the base area at Lincoln Peak, it's -3 degrees today at 3:18. At the summit of Lincoln Peak, it's -14 right now, live temperatures. At Mount Ellen, it's -2. It just changed. So we can look at the temperatures throughout the mountain and figure out what we're doing with snowmaking too. If temperatures are rising or going down, it helps us out with making snow, letting us know what everything is doing up on the mountain too, weather-wise too.
My name's Sean Flynn, and we're at Sugarbush Resort, and I drive a groomer here. So this is the machine here. This is our blade, which we dig the snow up in front of us as we go, and the tracks then crunch it up more, and then we have the tiller, which is behind it, and that spins, crunches the snow up, and then the little flaps in the back with the combs on it, that's what leaves the corduroy mark that we ski on.
So, are there any days when you can't drive this, where it's just too snowy, or what kind of conditions would it be where you aren't able to drive this?
The times that we're not able to go out would be on a rainy night when we're going to get some rain, or it's going to be really warm and wet. That way the machine will bring the water up to the surface and we'll get a glare ice when that happens. So the best times to drive it are when it's nice and soft and fluffy. It's really the best time, and it's the funnest for us.
Have you ever had any close calls in one of these?
We've had a few of them, mainly when the snow's deep and soft. They'll take off sliding on the snow beneath it. They're much better when it's hard out and icy. They'll climb and stick to the hill much better at that time.
Yeah. But what speed do you go at?
I'd say they probably go 5 to 6 miles an hour, mainly. Faster when it's soft. The harder it is, the slower we have to go to make sure it gets crunched up and turned into good corduroy.
Has anyone ever flipped one of these over?
I've seen pictures, but I've never seen one flipped over personally.
And so what's your typical shift here?
We come in at 4 and we go to midnight, and then we have another shift that comes in at midnight to 8 in the morning. There's 3 of us from 4 to midnight and 2 of us from midnight on. And we pretty much groom the whole mountain. We do the Lincoln Peak side, and then the second shift will come in and do the Gatehouse side, which is on this side. And it's an interesting night. Every night is different. The snow is different every night. The weather's different every night. Some nights it's really windy. Some nights it's bitter cold. Some nights it's just warm and slushy. It's hard to get around when it's like that.
What's the cost on one of these?
They've told me that they cost between 180 grand and upward. Some of the new machines coming out are around 200. I just heard they were up in Montreal checking them out.
It's a pretty specialized piece of equipment.
They sure are. It's amazing what they can do and where they can go.
What kind of mileage you get?
No idea. Actually, we use, I go through about 40 gallons of fuel a night. And that's in my machine. So we have 4 of them out there on our shift. So that's 160 gallons on a shift, which is quite a bit of fuel.
All right, so how do you drive one of these?
You have the 2 sticks here on your left. You push them both forward to go forward, both of them backwards to go backwards. The right hand controls the blade, which is out in front of us. There's 12 positions on it. And then you have your tiller behind us, which again is what crunches up the snow and then makes your corduroy.
How do you control the tiller?
The tiller is with the sticks here. That will lift the tiller up. You bring it back down. It has your cut, the deepness of it. Snow chamber will hold in the snow and hold your snow better for the corduroy. Mainly you always want to try to dig the snow up in front of you as you're going to turn it over and break up the hard pack of ice on front.
So you're always moving the blade as you go, it looks like.
Blading is one of the most important parts. That's what I had the most trouble with in the beginning. But now that I've learned it, and blading is probably the most important part of it.
And on your left hand, that's what?
Those are the sticks for driving. Like I said, forward is forward, and the middle will be neutral. As one goes forward, they each run a track.
Okay. Do your feet do anything?
We have a gas pedal. Mainly you could set your RPMs with the hand throttle. Pretty much leave it. When you go up hills and stuff, you might need to apply some more gas to help you climb better, help the machine run a little smoother.
Where's the ejection button?
Simple as something that nobody knows. That the eyes of the speakers above belly toes, and the feet of a queen of the hearts of the car. Feet are infested with tall bars. And la da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
Well, I think I can give you to the right side of the tower there anyway. I've got 3/4 of it covered with probably 6 inches everywhere, and if I give you the skiers right of that tower, it should be okay. Yeah, good for it. It was just sort of a little bonus in there, so it's getting to be a big decent buck. Don't worry about it. Well, yeah, okay. You know, with all the time.
Well, I'm Peter Swain, and this is the new Eclipse Theatre, finally open for business, located in beautiful Waitsfield, Vermont, snuggled up against Bragg Hill. As you can see, we're putting some finishing touches on the marquee. That's M-A-R-Q-U-E-E, not M-A-R-Q-U-I-S, as has been popularly believed. Really, all we're missing now is a couple of nice, beautiful mahogany pillars or something like that to hold this new marquee up. And we're pretty much done out here. If you come right in here, you see Gordon, our projectionist. He's hard at work. Borgie, our maintenance engineer, is getting things perfect for us today. And then coming into the lobby here, you see we got some beautiful murals and artwork, bringing together our celestial theme here at the Eclipse Theatre. Have a brand new area for food and concessions. We have something we call Conscious Concessions, which is a high fructose corn syrup free zone. Everything you see here is vegetarian and mostly organic. The prices are pretty much comparative to the usual stuff you get in movie theaters. Organic popcorn, real organic butter, which is something I know everybody loves to hear. And this is Amy, our general manager here, getting everything ready for today's first show. Anyway, moving right along, we have an area here that's still pretty much unfinished. We're going to do some decorating, do some furnishing. The art on the walls is yet to come, but that is planned.
Who did the art?
Here we have a mural done by Wood and Wood, Sparky Potter and his crew put that together. The ceiling was rolled to base blue by Sam Titus and then muralized beautifully by Sarah Lee, who we all know and love. And then over here, we have what will eventually be the Starlight Lounge, but right now is a temporary room that we've constructed really to house our bar, beer, wine, coffee, drinks, cordials, and we have our bartender, Victoria, hanging out, getting stuff cleaned up and ready for today.
So eventually this will be a much bigger room, is that the idea?
This is just a little shadow of what's to come. The lounge ultimately will stretch back about 60 feet and be about 25 feet wide, so it'll be a fairly sizable room with a small stage in the back, booze, a full bar, and seating for about 60 people.
Will that be something that will be open when movies are not playing?
Absolutely.
For people to
yeah,
come in
absolutely. There'll be a separate entrance into the lounge from the parking lot. The lounge will have its own exit out back, probably a smoking area, maybe a terrace out back. So they'll work together, and you'll be able to go from the lounge into the lobby of the movie theater and vice versa, but they will be sort of operating independently from each other.
Right.
And here we have the box office, and this is where we make all the money, hopefully. You have Jade and Clint getting everything ready for today. And we're still pulling it together. We're kind of employing some temporary measures until the new equipment arrives, but good enough
Yeah.
for rock and roll.
What's your first movie?
First movie today is Harry Potter 2, which I guess is called The Chamber of Secrets. Catch Me If You Can, the new Spielberg film. And then we'll be playing Frida and Far From Heaven in the second theater. Come on down here, we'll take a look at the theater area. Theater 1, largely unchanged, but just intensely cleaned, and some new painting as well as a brand new stage constructed at the front of the theater. And this is where we'll be presenting musical concerts on a weekly basis, ultimately. Great sound in this room, really superb sound for live shows.
Are the seats?
And this is Sam Titus here, our lead painter and color consultant.
Doing a good job.
She's the best. And then back here, we have Theater 2, the kitchen. Probably nothing really exciting going on in the kitchen. Amy's putting stuff away.
Don't show our dirty dishes.
Don't show our dirty dishes, all right. No dirty dishes. Theater 2, again, largely unchanged. I don't know how we're doing on the low light in here, but as you'll see, pretty much the way it has always been, but again, cleaned and some touches added to it, some new paint and some new refurbishment has taken place here.
Will people still be able to bring in alcoholic beverages?
Absolutely. I think we're going to continue the practice of keeping this back section a drinking section, and people will be allowed to bring drinks from the bar into the theater. And what we'll probably be doing is having an usher periodically do walkthroughs, of the theater, just to make sure that there is no underage drinking or anything like that going on. Have to be safe as far as that's concerned.
That's good.
And then back here we come into the secret chambers, and it's a little bit of a mess up here, but you get an idea of what goes on behind the scenes at the Eclipse Theatre. Here we have Projector 1, which these guys are getting Harry Potter ready for this afternoon's first show. And that's Gordon and Jason, our projectionists. Back here you have the office, where when things get really crazy downstairs, I can come back in here and sit down for a moment and finish my coffee.